Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about trail versus race bikes and what is better for you. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of each of them, and yeah, let's get the video started here. Okay, so the first bikes we're going to be talking about is the trail bikes. I've had more experience with them and know a little bit more, so we'll start off with them. First thing to keep in mind is what you're going to be doing with your bike in the future. Whether that's racing, trail riding, pretty much just what you think you're going to be doing in the future. Okay guys, so the first reason I think that trail bikes are a good option for anyone is that they're cheaper. So this is in my opinion that I would say that they're cheaper. They don't break as often as a race bike would. So there's like a lot, like maintenance on a race bike isn't cheap. It is easy to work on a race bike, but it adds up. It does add up. The second reason I would say that they're better is that they're quiet. I say this as a pro because if you're in like a city or something and you need to ride where people don't like noise, they're quiet. They don't make much noise. They're not just humming. Yeah, they're good. They're nice and quiet. Third reason is that they're a good beginner bike. So if you're just getting into it, well, you don't really want to go on a race bike that's gonna blow you away. And fourth reason I think is they're less maintenance. Definitely decreases the overall price of what you're putting into the bike. You don't need to do maintenance on them 24/7 for them to run good. It is recommended, but you don't need to. They're good bikes. Like, I would suggest anyone a trail bike that just got into the sport or is learning to ride and eventually looking for something bigger, but it's a good first bike is really the biggest thing. Keep in mind. Okay, and now the race bike. I would say that the race bikes are good for anyone who wants to go on the track and rip big jumps and race. Really, anyone who wants to race, I would highly suggest getting a race bike. If you're young, maybe start off with a trail bike that isn't as snappy, isn't as quick, and then quickly move up to a race bike. Now, that being said, more stuff does go wrong with them, which is fine for some people, but the parts are relatively cheap, so it's okay. It kind of makes up for stuff going wrong, versus if something goes wrong on a trail bike, it usually takes a little longer and costs more. So if you want to race and you want the power and snappiness of a race bike, then I highly suggest you getting a race bike. Okay, and now the big question: what one is better for you? First thing I would tell anyone is to think about what you're doing, what you're going to be using that bike for, and how long you want it, and where you're riding, and those are all great things to take into mind when picking up a bike. If you're riding trail or just kind of putzing around, having a good time, not really taking big jumps, I'd get a trail bike. They're cheaper at the start. They're like right off the down payment, they are cheaper. They're quiet. They're great for beginners. Obviously, they're like not too fast, not too snappy. They do go. They're not slow, but they don't have that acceleration that a race bike would. And for some people, that is really good. Don't want anyone getting scared or getting hurt. So they're a good beginner bike, and they're less maintenance in order to run good. So if you don't really have the time really to do maintenance and you just want to ride, I'd suggest a trail bike. Alright guys, so that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. See you next video.